Hey there, SKs, and welcome to your phonics lesson of the day. Today we are starting some brand new word family endings, but before we dive into those, I want to start off by looking at a poem of the day. Make this bigger. All right. So I thought you would like this poem, SKs, because the title of the poem is Now We Are Six. And I know a lot of you guys are already 6 years old. Some of you are 5, some of you are 6. But if you're 5, you're going to be 6 really soon. So this is still a very exciting poem for your age group. All right, we're going to read it together. And then afterwards, we're going to see how many rhymes we can find in this poem. Ready? Title is Now We Are Six. It was written by A. Milne. When I was 1, I had just begun. When I was 2, I was nearly new. When I was 3, I was hardly me. When I was 4, I was not much more. When I was 5, I was just alive. But now I am 6. I'm as clever as clever. So I think I'll be 6 now, forever and ever. Very cute poem. Nice. All right. So let's now go and check out to see where the rhymes are. Now, the reason why I chose this poem was because oftentimes things rhyme because of the sound, but if you look at the word endings, they look different. So I'm going to show you an example of that. Let's look at the first line. When I was 1, I had just begun. Now, these word endings are not the same. Here I have O-N-E, which says one, and here I have U-N, which is un. But when you listen to them, they still do sound like they rhyme. Here, listen carefully while I say it. When I was 1, I had just begun, right? So these words are not perfect rhymes, but the endings sound the same. Right now, we're focusing on making rhyming words with the exact same endings. But as you get older, you're going to find that some words, they're kind of like half rhymes. They sound the same, and so you can use them as rhymes, but not perfectly. Begun, 1. 1 begun. You have the n sound at the end. When I was 2, I was nearly new. Now, 2 and new don't have the same word endings, but they sound like rhymes again. 2, oo, and new, you. So you and oo are slightly different, but once again, they sound very similar. So I'm going to call these half rhymes. When I was 3, I was hardly me. E and E. Now, this one has 2 E's and this one has 1 E. They don't look the same, but once again, they sound the same. When I was 4, I was not much more. Or and or, spelt differently, same sound. When I was 5, that's the word ending, I was just alive. Aha. Here, we have our first pair of true rhymes. So this word ends with I've, and this one ends with I've, and they're spelt the same way. But now I am 6. I'm as clever as clever. So I think I'll be 6 now and forever and ever. Ever, ever. All right, so if you look at the word clever, clever, the word ending was ever. And they rhymed it with the word ever. So these definitely have the same word endings. So in this entire poem, this is one pair of rhyming words. This is our first one. And these two, oopsies, these two, and that one, that's our second pair of rhyming words. But there are other kinds of rhymes all throughout the piece. So remember, this little lesson is to remind you that most of the time, rhyming words need to have the same word ending. But it goes to show you that words can still rhyme as long as they sound the same. Okay? Clear that? Now, let's go check out our lesson of the day. Today we are Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020. And we have 3 new word families. We have ip, ig, and ill. So here we have little pictures. This guy looks like he's ripping a piece of paper. This is a little pig. And this guy, he's a chef. He's putting hamburgers on the barbecue grill. Ill. So grill for ill. Now, what you have to do to start off for a little warm up is go to the next page and you need to cut and paste all of these words into the right category where they belong. Alternatively, you could write them where they belong, or if you don't have a printer, you could just point to the words and tell an adult where you think they belong. All right, so we'll do one together. Try to do a fun one. Let's do this one. Choose this one. And remember, as you're doing these, I want to make sure you're reading as well. This is a great reading exercise. Dill. Dill. Do you know what dill is? Dill is a type of herb, a type of plant, and it smells delicious, and it makes a spice that you can put in all kinds of delicious meals. I love putting dill in my soup. So dill, d-ill. I look for the word family. I find my first vowel, it's an I, and everything after it. My word ending is ill. So I would take this word and I would cut it and I would paste it right here under ill. Once you've finished cutting and pasting or writing out or pointing to all these words, you can move on to activity number 3. I'm going to read it out for you. You can answer as I'm reading it, or you can pause my video and go back to it later. Number 1, which picture has the same word family as bill? Ill, bill. This is a hill, zip, dig. Circle the correct one. Number 2, which word rhymes with grill? Grill. Thrill, growl, drive. Circle the correct one. Number 3, which word has the same vowel sound as wig? So vowel sound. Not looking for the word ending, you're looking for the vowel sound. So what is the vowel in wig? And what sound does that vowel make? Is it saying eh or I? Eh, eh. Now, which of these words has the same vowel sound? Wag, sang, or twig? Number 4, the waiter went to fill up the woman's empty cup. Write a word that rhymes with fill. Find the word ending and change the beginning. Fill. And write your rhyming word here. Take your time with that. Pause my video as much as you need. And when you're ready, the last activity, is where you need to circle the word that matches the picture. Here I have lip, dig, spill, pill, chip, twig, wig, hill, and ship. You will need to circle the right word. Is this a lig or a lip? Right? And that's all for phonics for today. So get busy, get your work done, and then I will see you for your next period. Until then.